notes. It's fruity, sweet, minty, a bit grassy, a bit floral. It's also a bit lemony. And like, how can that all happen with one molecule, right? Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay. The reason why is because there's 4 different arrangements of the same molecule that give it.
Wait, what's the difference?
They're exactly the same, but they're arranged differently. Like your fingers, they don't superimpose into each other, you know? And because of that, they give off different smells. So then, like, the question is, how can I smell like roses, right? That's my goal. Well, this is So you can use industry, right? You can take citronella, which some of you might know from the plant citronella, which is a mosquito repellent.
Oh my god.
And you put it through an industrial process, and it gives you 2 of the 4 arrangements of rose oxide, and it's like 50%. But if you ever tasted like artificial banana flavor, it's disgusting. So like, ew, we don't want anything artificial, right? We want the original OG scent of roses. So what they've been doing for hundreds of years is using, you know, roses and putting them through this process, which is like, this is where the rose petals go, and then you steam out the essential oils, blah, blah, blah. You get rose water out here, and you get rose absolute and rose essential oil, basically. Now, my problem...
Empirical evidence.
My problem, this is what I have an issue is that 1,000 kg, so 1 ton of rose petals gives only 1 like liter of rose oil. So in every liter, there's 50 to 60 million blossoms, so actual flowers. And so every drop of rose oil has 40 to 60 flowers in it. And you can imagine, this is my goal, right? I want to smell like this thing. But it costs a lot, right? Lush bought 7.3 liters of rose oil for 14,000 euros, and I ain't got that kind of money, you know? So I tried to buy some for myself. 1 liter is 4,000 pounds. 100 ml is 500 pounds. And 15 ml is 90 pounds, because obviously economies of scale come into play, right? And honestly, this is not okay, because I'm out here trying to smell like roses. I can't afford it. So where I am now is, you know, I need to be rich or die trying. And now you're up to date. I put here initially, you may come and smell me because I should be smelling a little bit
That's
like
90
roses,
pounds.
Get it? Mixed with a bunch of other stuff, but you know, yeah. Thank you.
I support your cause.
Thank you.
The 39 members of the cult committed suicide.
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I'm not going to talk about that bit, but basically they thought that they were going to be resurrected and go to heaven. The bit I'm going to talk about is that they were also like weirdly champions of the early internet. Like they used the internet to recruit all their members. They posted online videos of like lectures, and that's how they got people's like interest. They did web development for other companies to raise funds for the cult. And most interestingly, if I can switch, I don't know how to work a Mac.
Correct.
Okay. This is their actual website that is still accessible in its original form in all of its.
Oh my god!
Web design.
How can we join?
All of its 90s
by ET.
90s web design glory. It's got. You have.
I've
got 3 minutes.
It's so interesting. Keep talking.
We've got animated Comic Sans. We've got Times New Roman all over the place. We've got retro, rainbow-colored graphics. So many hyperlinks. So many of them.
Marquis.
My favorite page is called How a Member of the Kingdom of Heaven Might Appear.
No.
And it's actually an artist's representation of what they thought an angel would look like. And I've been trying to.
Like a French person.
I keep posting posting the sky on my Instagram page because I think that it's gonna like take off and become a viral meme. But it hasn't happened so far, so if we can get some traction on that, that'd be great. Switching back to the PowerPoint. Okay. Some fun Easter eggs on the website. So if you inspect the source code of the website, which maybe
Date the girl from BBC. Oh.
maybe is the thing that I've done. You find like this weird like meta tag with all of these terms that they want to come up for in search engines. So yeah, you've got like Heaven's Gate, UFO, space alien, millennium, misinformation, freedom, end times, Jesus, God. It reads like a weird religious chant, like in the age of Jesus. And then, like kind of in the same vein, also for search engine optimization, if you highlight the text at the bottom of their homepage, wait for it. You see, there's all this like hidden text at the bottom, which has all of the same words, but at the end of it, there's all these extra words that are like ascension, atheist. Too much time. Someone give me some hobbies, please. Yeah, like there's all these other words like the second coming, God's son, ascension, the phrase "he's back," and then like a few curveballs in there as well. There's like yoga and Yoda, so something for everyone. But then, that was a bit of a spoiler. So as you can see, from the top of the second screen grab, there is an email address that they provide. So the elephant in the room here is, who maintains this website? Why is it still up? Who's paying for it?
US government.
2 people. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, maybe go back to that. There's 2 people.
You email them?
2 people stayed behind to look after the website. So all of their like friends went to heaven, and they had to stay behind and look after the intellectual property of the cult. And they still respond to emails. There's not enough time to tell you all of their responses, but basically a few of the things that they said was, so the key in the logo represents the meaning, the answer to man's question, which is the meaning of life.
Jesus, yeah.
I asked them if they collect analytics, because I'm a data analyst, and they said no. And they said that the world is going to end in the next 30 years.
Can you take like 5 shots?
And it's snowing in March, so probably. But like one bit I wanted to share is that they said that they were not intending to update the design of the website anytime soon. And I was like, may I ask why no updates to the site have been made? Do you think that an update could help to spread the message of the group better? And they said, no, the instructions are for the site to remain as it was. Are you also contemplating changing the Mona Lisa painting? Brutally fast. Do you consider the website to be a work of art? Yes, the most important work of art.
Okay.
The best one.
Ivy, Ivy, come on.
Best one is only coming, right?
Love it.
And start.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about a subject which is very close to my heart. 18th century dildo!
Yes!
Not just any dildo. One dildo in particular that I think is incredibly special, and I'm going to try and explain why. That's me. Alright, this is a dildo.
Woo!
It's beautiful, right? But some facts. Okay, so she dates from around 1701 to 1800. It's reckoned that she's French in origin. She is an extremely unusual specimen. As you can see, she has a plunger mechanism for simulating ejaculation. Ejaculating dildos are unusual today, but were incredibly unusual for the time period. While I can find absolutely tons of 18th century sources mentioning dildos in general, I can't find anything which mentions ejaculating dildos. However, it was the subject of a joke in a 1599 comedy called Antonio and Melida. In the play, it is joked that the character comically named Dildo is milk-fed, suggesting that warm milk may have been used as the ejaculate. FYI. Secondly, this would have been an incredibly expensive object. Most dildos in the 18th century were made of leather, stuffed with rags and molded into a phallus. This dildo is made of incredibly fine ivory with realistic veins painted on the tip. And it comes with a silk carrier bag decorated with butterflies.
Wow, yes.
Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, this dildo was found in a convent in Paris, stuffed down the back of a Louis XV armchair after being hidden for almost 100 years.
Wow.
That's the armchair. So there's a lot to unpack there, and that's an academic way of saying, what the fuck? According to the Science Museum, who have the dildo in their therapeutics collection, wink wink, it must have been owned by a lady of considerable wealth. Now that doesn't quite fit in with the whole found in a convent in the 18th century thing. In early modern Europe, nuns were unsalaried and took vows of poverty. So there's no way your average nun would have been able to afford this dildo. Ivory prices were sky high, and since we have no other examples of ejaculating dildos from this time period, this was probably a custom-made item. However, in early modern Europe, the Catholic Church was known to target prostitutes to leave their sinful lives and become nuns. So perhaps this dildo was owned by a once wealthy ex-prostitute who kept the dildo as a relic of more hedonistic times. Or, considering how female sexuality was demonized in this time period, it could have been owned by a woman from a wealthy family who was sent off to a nunnery to punish her for her sexual exploration. Alternatively, a curious nun could have raided the convent donation box or gone thieving in Paris's seedy black market. And also, how did it get down that armchair? Was it carefully hidden there, or was it stuffed down there during an interrupted masturbation session? Was it what for sole use? Was it what for sole use, or was it used by a clandestine couple? Perhaps a priest or a church official having an affair with a nun. Perhaps a nun having an affair with another nun. Perhaps it was passed around a group of sexually fascinating nuns. Perhaps they were all in some kind of group sex coven and all split the cost of this incredibly expensive dildo.
Or none of the above.
The fact is, we will never know. And that's what I love about this dildo. This single item contains a world of erotic and romantic possibilities. It's been years since I discovered this dildo, but it continues to prick my interest. It's proof of just how ballsy humans can be, but it stands up as testimony to humans' love of subversion, of sacrilege, and of rebellion. It's a hard topic, but I hope I've come to a conclusion.
That's the last presentation. Well done, everyone. Time to get the shot.